Today is Friday. It is January the 7th, 2022. It's the 91st day of school. I'm Mr. Butcher. It's my job to keep you guys safe so that you guys can show us how excellent you can be. Hopefully you left your average at home or on the bus and you are ready to have a respectful and responsible day. Speaking of responsibilities, responsibility is doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort. My job on Fridays is to make sure you get some dad jokes. So I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. I'm going to give him perfect effort as I tell this first dad joke. Why couldn't the pony sing her song? Because she was a little hoarse. First responsibility that we have as a school is to make sure that we're ready to show respect for the rights that we have in this country. We do this by daily saying our Pledge of Allegiance, doing our school pledge, as well as doing a moment of silence. When we do this, we want you to stop what you're doing. We want you to stand up tall, put your hands over your hearts like this. We want you to say the pledge loudly, clearly, and with pride. We're 91 days into the school year. You should know these by now, but if you don't, just practice them each and every day. So let's get ready to do that. So please stand for the pledge. Remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I'll be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I'll work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be. Another responsibility. Responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort. Another responsibility we have is making sure that we try to keep each other safe by slowing down the spread of germs. We can do this by frequently washing these hands. When we wash our hands, we want to use soap and water. That's the best thing. But if you can't get soap and water, an alcohol-based hand sanitizer would work. When we wash our hands, we want to make sure we get all parts of our hands, the palms of our hands, the backs of our hands, our fingertips, in between our fingers, our wrists and our thumbs. And when we wash our hands, we want to do it for at least 20 seconds. So let's model what good hand washing looks like right now. Get you something. Here we go. Let's get the palms of our hands. 2, 4, 5. Get the back of your hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the back of your other hand. 2, 4, 5. Get your fingertips. 2. All right, now that we've done our pledges, we've done our moment of silence, we've washed our hands, let's show respect for those that have birthdays today. Respect just means treating others the way you want to be treated. I said her birthday was yesterday, but it's actually today. Happy birthday to Alyssa Vaughn, who's 11. Happy birthday to Miss Allen. On Saturday, Paula Bernal Juarez will be 10, and Alonzo Chain will be 6. And no Sunday birthday. So happy birthday. We'll make sure that you guys get your birthday ribbons. Second responsibility that we have, responsible is doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort, is to make your lunch choice. When you make your lunch choice today, you can choose from stuffed crust pizza with sweet yellow corn, baby carrots, and fresh fruit. If you do not want stuffed crust pizza, you can always get PB&J or yogurt or muffin. Be responsible and make your lunch. Time for another dad joke. What do you call a dog who performs magic tricks? A labracadabrador. It's time for our picture of the week. We use our picture of the week to build vocabulary and our writing skills. Here's the picture for this week. And I ask you, because we've only had a couple days, is to write a story about from this picture. Give me good nouns, persons, places, or things. Give me good verbs, those action words. Give me good adjectives, words that describe things, or adverbs that describe things. Tell us when, where, Which one? And then also to give us some prepositional phrases. Prepositions show a relationship between two nouns. So here we go from Miss Ballard's class. Here's from the story. My sisters and I had a very bumpy ride as we left the farm. Where are we going? Asked Ryoko. I have no idea, shouted Claire. I don't want to leave Mom and Dad. I knew we would all leave the farm one day, but I was curious to know where we were going. The truck stopped and the doors opened up. I saw a brick building with Dragon on the front. The sign read, Kennedy Elementary School. A nice lady named Miss Massey led us to the backyard. I think they call it a playground. The ground looked delicious. I couldn't wait to sink my teeth into the green grass. Our new home looked fantastic. There was a strange man taking our picture and talking to his phone, so we were a little nervous of him. He wanted to pet us, but we ran. I didn't want to bite him, but my sisters did. I'm a little scared of people right now, but I'm hoping to overcome my fears when I meet new people. Excellent job, Miss Ballard, with that story from the goat's point of view. And Miss Kinney had, once upon a time, KES got 3 baby goats, and their names were Kata, Ryoko, and Claire. Someone strong named Mr. Stevens built a beautiful house for the goats. The goats were very thankful for their new home. There were lots of grass and brush to eat, and a tree for shade. They even may taste the bark on the tree. There was a metal fence that kept the goats safe from little KES dragons who would hang around while they watched the goats play. KES was very thankful to beautiful Miss Massey for getting the goats to them. Everyone lived happily ever after. The end. Excellent job, Miss Kinney's class. So thank you guys. We'll have another picture next week. Dad joke number 3. How do scientists freshen their breath? With experiments. Get it? Experiments, scientists, mints. All right, it's time for our morning message. Morning message today is on trustworthiness. One of the things we look forward to as we grow up is being given more and more privileges. Maybe the privilege is getting to ride a bike to school, or crossing the street by ourselves, or going to a sleepover at our friends. It's great to receive more privileges as we grow up. Now listen to what someone wise once said. If someone gives you a privilege, you owe him responsibility. In other words, if you're given the privilege of crossing the street alone, then you owe it to yourself and your parents or your caregivers to be responsible by carefully looking both ways and not taking chances. So, if someone extends a privilege to you, whether it's a parent or a caregiver or a teacher or a friend, take the responsibility that comes with that privilege. That's how you earn trust of others and how you learn to trust yourself. With something to think about, I'm Mr. Butcher. Make today your masterpiece or not. That's so true. You guys, when you get privileges, you got to show that you can handle them. Like when we let you go onto a computer and use it for only the stuff you're supposed to. If you're doing it the right way and not going onto places you're not supposed to be, or going into sites that don't have anything to do with your teaching, you're showing that you can handle that privilege responsibly. Same thing, your parents give you a phone and you use it the way they give you a phone, they expect you to use it the way you're supposed to. If you're now using it to send texts that are being mean and saying mean things to other people, then you're not showing that you can handle the responsibility of that privilege. So you got to show your responsibility by handling your privileges the right way. All right, here's another dad joke for the morning. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Something between us smells. That's a good one. All right, last dad joke. Why did the student eat his classwork? Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. Have a great day. All right, if you are required to wear your mask, whether you've been in class and you've been exposed to COVID, or if you're getting on the bus where it's mandatory you wear your mask, so make sure we're wearing it the right way. Put it on over our nose, over our mouth and our chin. Make sure it doesn't hang down. You guys have a great day. That is all we have for announcements, so please help me
and your teachers keep you safe. That is our job.
And your job is to help us keep you safe.
And you can help us by being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating in the year.
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student focused on graduation, you are boldly committed to student success. I love you very much. Today's Read Aloud, it is Pig the Slob, written and illustrated by Aaron Blabey. Author is the person who writes the words, illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. I'm going to try to model what good readers do, which just means read fluently, which means I read the words correctly at a good pace, not too fast, not too slow. This is a great time for you to practice what good readers do as they're reading or listening to something being read to them. Fiction book, which means it's not real. Usually you don't see your dog laying on the ground with the remote control and a Dorito on his mouth, on his belly, and a chicken leg in his palm, so you can tell it's not real. But when you're reading a fiction book, you want to be thinking about the characters, who or what the story's about. So this one's probably about a dog, because it looks at the picture, you can tell about a dog. The setting, where and when the story's taking place. I'm thinking this is probably happened in someone's house. And the sequence of events, what happens first, next, last, and then also too, ask yourself questions. Why did this happen? How did this happen? What do you think is going to happen next? That's called making predictions. We want you to understand, not just read the words. So here we go. Pig the Slob. These pages are all sticking together. Pig was a pug, and I'm sorry to say he was shockingly lazy. Such a shameful display. He lived in a flat, so we know, character. His name's Pig, and he's a pug. Miss Hall in 5th grade, she probably loves it because she loves pugs. He lay in a flat, horizontal position, which left him in truly appalling condition. Full of candy and soda and thick mozzarella, Pig was a hardcore, full-time sofa dweller. Sofa is a couch. Look at the pictures and find out. Eating pizza, candy. His only exertion was swiping a screen. Swipe, stare, repeat was his grueling routine. Sure, once in a while he would lift a remote, but it made him quite tired, and his ankles would bloat. Bloat means kind of blow up, like get swollen. Flat on his back, he'd relax with a sigh, binging on TV and nuggets and pie. Pig dug in deep. He was part of the couch, an immovable lump in a warm, sticky pouch. This pug named Pig just sits there and eats and doesn't do anything all day. Lazy. Trevor was worried. Pig's health was at risk. We should take a quick jog or a walk, nice and brisk. Pig stirred from his stupor. His reply was quite tart. He simply said no, and then unleashed a fart. We'd have so much fun though, said Trevor once more. It was a suggestion Pig chose to ignore. From a bunker of sloth with no sense of shame, Pig returned to his ice cream and video game. A bunker of sloth, that's just kind of like laying around doing nothing. Like the animal, the sloth, just kind of slow, lays around and goes slow. And that's when they heard it. Trev stopped in his tracks. What's groaning? Asked Pig through a mouthful of snacks. The first groan was subtle. The next one was not. The floorboards were groaning. Yes, groaning a lot. Oh, look, it's cracking. He's getting so heavy, it's cracking the floor and the couch. Could that be my tummy? Asked Pig, blinking slow. Then the floorboards exploded. Hey, watch out below! It crashed all through the floor. These days, it's different, I'm happy to say. Pig makes an effort to come out and play. He's up off the couch doing cartwheels and squats. He practices yoga and goes jogging lots. His workouts are great, but the part he likes best is when he gets home. What do you think's gonna happen? he can have a nice rest. Still a little lazy. That was Big the Slob.